Hello everyone, we're the Enactus team of Università Politecnica delle Marche. We're presenting two projects covering lots of SDGs. I'm Ahmad and I'm the team leader of Octago, our platform to make math a really accessible subject. I know you're here to make this world a better place, but to do that we have to first make our society better. And how can we improve our society? Where do we have to start from? The answer is clearly schools and children. We hear a lot about it, but instead, what are we doing about it? We know that Italian governments are investing less and less in education. And I also want to ask you, why you were going to school? Which was the most difficult subject for you? And why was it math? Many students have as their only resource the school professor, but not everybody has the right soft skills necessary, and so many students feel lost with a lack of self-esteem. And so today we have a high dropout rate in schools, and we also notice a gender gap problem. In fact, girls tend to have worse results in math tests, and then to choose less frequently STEM faculties at the university, which is also the ones leading to the highest salaries. Today, with the solution, we know that the wealthiest Italian families are spending 1 million a year on private tutoring, more than 1,000 euros per student, of which 90% is estimated free of tax evasion, causing a big problem to our economy. Students have YouTube videos, but those are equal for everybody and doesn't offer the possibility to interact. And there are also some successful applications, but many are just for very young children, just for videos, or are too confusing. And so we want to focus on, as our first users, inside Italy, and starting with a web application instead of a mobile one, to guarantee to the students to have more space and so more focus. Here you can find our first page of the website. You'll be able to find it later. And our first target to be different, so we want to target the Italian high school students, although we know that the parents will almost always pay for the service. As innovations, we have a test to discover the student gaps in the subject, and this test will be supported by artificial intelligence algorithms. Our key point is the personalized learning. Every student will follow a different path, so we're building a tree structure where every branch is associated with a math topic, and every branch starts from a more fundamental topic. We'll have also a community page on our website, where a kind of forum where students can post questions and answers, and with a prize system to encourage solidarity. And it's very important to not let the students abandoned in their difficulties. We have also contents of our testimonials, and we'll also be present in live events, and in fact you will be able to find us at La Festa della Scienza in Senigallia. For the revenue model, we're focusing on retaining students using the freemium model, the famous freemium model, relying on subscriptions. And thanks to a business plan competition and our participation, we won to participate with the business accelerator. We are building a solid business plan, but we already predict to reach our break-even point within the first 24 months, just with the student subscriptions. Upcoming products are collaboration directly with teachers, schools, and textbooks publishers. For the team, I am a computer engineer, and I'm working also at the graphic of the website. There is Francesco, who studies economics, and Michele, Martina, and Tommaso, who are high school students. And as partner, we have Emanuele for the marketing, and George and Elisa, who are math teachers, to keep up with the school's programs. You can find, as I was telling you, the first page at tupitago.com or using the QR code. And because we're doing much more, I invite you to follow us also on the social media.
Hello to everybody, I'm Luca, and I want to tell you about the problem that I discovered when I started university, and I went to live with other guys. The most recurring question in our home is always the same. What do we eat? We ask ourselves this question about 2 times a day, and this brings to daily grocery purchases that turns into time spent every day to choose what to eat. Meal repetitiveness, which is terrible, and most important, food waste every week for not planning accurately our meals. We thought the problem could be not only ours, so we made a survey to deepen eating habits. We interviewed about 500 people, and the results speaks clear. Meal repetitiveness and food waste are strictly linked to a lack of meal planning. From the survey comes out also that 60% of interview they find us too much the time spent to organize their meals. But that depend on those two topics. Just in Italy we waste 67 kilograms of food per capita every year. Without the food waste, we could feed up to 12 millions of people. And this is extremely contradictory if we only think that in 2021, about 4 million Italians have applied for food aid. The causes of the problem are to find in a lack of alimentary culture and culinary skills. In fact, data shows that 43% of Italians do not follow the right guidelines for a healthy diet. And the main strategies to prevent food waste are suggested. And as you can imagine, they are pretty predictable, but numbers, alas, they are not so clear. So our issues and all these worrying data are routing us the desire to find a solution, and we find ours, Ayuko. Ayuko is a mobile application that, thanks to the automatic and personalized meal planning, aims to reduce food, time, and money waste, proposing a diversified and healthy diet based on seasonal and local products. After an initial refinement about the diet you're following, the ingredients you already have, and most important, the typology of every meal in your week, Ayuko will propose a meal plan designed for your needs. With a simple swap, you can choose the dish that better matches your necessities. And that is in order to optimize and simplify meal planning without losing personalization. When the plan proposed satisfies you, the grocery list will be provided, with particular features to guide you in our purchasing. After the grocery list, the best storage method will be recommended for each ingredient. And in the end, to guide you in the meal preparation for each dish, there will be an intuitive video recipe. Our goal is in fact to provide a 360-degree support from the first to the last step of meal organization, trying to make accessible to everybody the possibility to organize their diet and have a good impact. Those are our main competitors. We evaluate them using as criteria 2 of our core values: personalization and automatic meal planning. Most of them operate away from us, so their proposal isn't aligned with the Italian culinary culture. Instead, some of them, like Planito or El Fresh, are Italian, but they don't moderate well the proposal for each user's needs. Our strengths and opportunities are the intuitive app usage and the universality of the problem, making our market potentially very wide. But on the other hand, we may encounter problems to find the right expertise to develop the app and to enter such a well-rooted alimentary culture. We identified in offset students our first adopters. Total addressable market in Italy is about 600,000 of people, of which we assume to reach in 5 years the 17%, starting from 5,000 in the year of release, which is just the 0.8%. And think about it, just with 5,000 users, we estimated, considering the food prevention and the consumption of seasonal and local food, we estimated a total positive impact for each user of about 175 euros saved and 5.5 tons of CO2 reduced. Our basic service will be free to reach more people and have a greater impact. We will make profit directly from our users thanks to the commission on the cost of the grocery delivered at home and with purchases in app. But we want to make our main profit through collaboration with food agency, monetizing on the exclusive on the product proposal, on the number of clients brought to those companies through the sale of advertising space and of data gained. We estimated for the first 3 years, our main costs will be represented by app development, maintenance, research, management, structural costs, and most for marketing campaign. We need an initial investment of 350,000 euros to cover expenses, but we estimated the reach of the break-even point at 10,000 users. Those will be our next step. After the release of the MVP in September, in which we are optimistic to partner with local food companies we are already in contact with, So we aim to reach as many users as possible to spread our service all over Italy and make it more solid, to have a greater impact. This is our team, it's me and Lorenzo. We are working on this project since October and we have some external collaborators which are helping us developing the project. And this is Aiuto, our solution to eat healthy, save time and crush the waste. For more questions inside, please, this is our contact. And those are our solution to the problems we underlined. We are confident we can help to reach the goals established in the Agenda 2030. Thank you for the attention.
We can now start the question and answer session. Any questions?
Thank you for the presentation. I have a question about the UPO app. So you start to see that there is a kind of store of waste of food, and that's also an economic impact. But does the final user actually know how much money is saving? Is this one of the features that you have in the app or that you can build in the app?
In the app, you can choose how much money you want to spend in your meal plan. So it comes before the purchase of the groceries. So you know actually how much you will purchase, and so there will be no waste because they will be planned, and all the so is that.
I got a question from the Ayuko app. You talked about the gender gap, but you don't show how you are addressing it in your solution.
It's through evidence, yeah, there is a big problem now with this gap, and through the community, the events will insert a live, and also the testimonials we'll choose will help us to involve more the female public, I'd say.
Thank you for the presentation. I also have a question about the Ayuko. What if I prepare with the ingredient to deliver to me? What if I don't use all the ingredients and I have something on my fridge that will then go to waste?
Okay. There will be so for each ingredient has like a time which you will deteriorate, and so the app will know that. And if you don't use an ingredient, they will be reproduced on the week after, or will be exchanged with the ingredients already planned in the meal plan that have more time that could be consumed in the week after.
So I have to use the app for different ways, not only trying one month and then stop it, because otherwise I will have a lot of ingredients that finish my fridge that I don't use, because this is something that happens when you use HelloFresh, which is probably one of their biggest difficulties at the moment.
Yes.
You end up with a lot of waste in your fridge actually.
Yeah, but when I talk about the delivery, we will collaborate with supermarket. The purchase will be done, the service will be free because our user can use the app and then go to purchase those ingredients. And we think that the plan could be a week. Instead, if you use the delivery, we will earn on the commission, and we will earn on the 2% of the cost of the grocery delivery. But the plan will be weekly. So all the ingredients, of course, you will not have an enormous quantity of ingredients in your own, because you will purchase only the ingredients for 1 week.
Yeah, I'll leave it there. Any other questions?
Thank you guys for to be Dago. What about the competitive landscape? There are a lot of digital apps, brands, new startups on this kind of stuff. Have you studied the market?
Yes, we are glad that there are lots of competitors and that they are also successful. We think that our innovations are crucial to really make the service useful for users, because testing the gaps at the beginning, giving a personalized path is, we think, the game changing of this sector. And also, it's really weird for us that none of our competitors show up on the page, because students also need mental support and to gain interest in math and see why is it really useful.
And sorry to interrupt.